At the beginning, you said what she's really concerning. You want to say what she's really concerned about. We always say concerned about, worried about, to be concerned about something. You said, I didn't doubt she is really famous. It just sounded a little bit strange when you said that. I didn't doubt she is really famous. If you say, I didn't doubt, it sounds like someone told you this information, right? Like someone told you some fact or something. I didn't doubt her. I didn't doubt she is really famous. You would probably just want to say, I know she's famous.
Oh,
I'm sure she's famous. I know she's famous. When you say I didn't doubt it, it means like you're doubting someone who told you that. And you said, when Pyeongno asked for advice about jobs over 50, you said, I will catch up. It just didn't work. I will catch up. Maybe you wanted to say, I will find out. I will find out. I will research that. I'll look that up. I will catch up. Catch up really means you are behind and you need to catch up on your work.
So catch up, this expression is not used,
Not in that situation. Yeah, catch up. I'm trying to think of another meaning that it has. But
if you didn't see a friend for a long time.
Oh, that's another meaning that it has. To catch up.
Yeah.
Similar to catch up. You were behind, so you had to catch up. You didn't know much about him.
Yeah.
Hyojung. You were talking about the job. You said, I was just settled the offer. You were talking about you did not negotiate. I was just settled the offer. You maybe say, I just took their offer. I immediately took their offer. I was just settled the offer. Usually if you settle something, that actually sounds like there was some negotiating going on. And you guys settled on a number. But you did not really do any settling. So I just took their offer. I took the first offer. You said, makes me appear unpleasant for that job. That sounds a little unnatural. Maybe you would want to say ungrateful. I think you were talking about if you negotiate, makes me appear unpleasant. Simply, you could maybe say makes me look bad, makes me unattractive for them, makes me unattractive for that job. To appear unpleasant makes it sound like you look upset. You appear unpleasant. What is wrong with you? Or you're sad or something like that. So that sounded a little bit strange. And wasn't easy to find in the job who support foreigners. It wasn't easy to find a job who hires foreigners or who is willing to hire foreigners. When you use the word support, it sounds more like they are maybe also providing housing for them or something. You support a family means you take care of your family financially. It wasn't easy to find a job willing to hire foreigners or who takes foreigners. The word support there sounds a little unnatural. Suhyun, very simple one. I broke my ex-boyfriend. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. Start with a high salary to your career. The end part, to your career, doesn't really fit right there. Start with a high salary for your career, maybe you could just say.
Unless you really did break your ex-boyfriend, like...
I broke my ex-boyfriend. Yeah. Not just break, but also if you are having some...
it's possible.
You guys are together and he always does some habit and you tell him not to do it, you tell him not to do it, you tell him not to do it. Then one day finally he doesn't do it, you broke him. You trained him. You broke him.
Break his spirit.
Yeah. You said, I'm going to increase the percent of my savings. I think grammatically that's okay, but it just sounds a little unnaturally. You could simply say, I'm going to save more. I'm going to increase the amount that I save every month. I'm going to increase the percent. Increase the percent. Yeah, I'm going to increase the amount of money that I save, maybe. I got promoted the first among my co-workers or colleagues. I got promoted the first among them. Maybe in that situation, I remember you passed the test, so maybe you want to say, I passed the test, so they promoted me first, or I was the first one to get a promotion. I was the first one to get promoted. James, very simple. You said I and my wife and I. You said we anticipated the summer Christmas. And then you followed that up with different from our anticipation. And maybe anticipated, especially different from our anticipation, maybe different from what we expected.
Yeah,
different from our expectation. Instead of anticipation, sounds better there. Those words are very similar, to anticipate, to expect something. But in that situation, maybe expected. We expected the summer Christmas. We expected a warm Christmas. Yeah. We have to wear outer. This is very Korean. I think Konglish. Outer. We don't say that. Outer. Outer what? You could maybe say outer wear. Even the word outer wear sounds not.
It's not commonly
the
used.
most common things. We would probably say I have to wear warm clothes. I have to wear a jacket. I have to wear my winter clothes. The word outer that's Konglish. We say
Really?
jacket.
Just jacket?
Coat.
Coat?
Jacket.
This is coat?
Coat or
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah. That's what we call it. Yeah, jacket.
We don't say that word outer.
Oh.
I don't know that.
usually say out.
Outer. Sometimes you will see maybe outerwear, but even that is not a word we use. That would be like in the shopping mall. Maybe you see that.
I have knew that the word our means the category of the all the
Yeah. It's more of a category.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
Maybe more often
Outdoor
outdoor section of the store. You said I negotiated the employer. I negotiated with. If you insist your high salary, we always use insist upon, or insist upon. If I insist upon getting a high salary, if I insist on getting this high salary, we oftentimes use insist upon. And Ari, I don't have the chance to talking with someone in my company about English. It sounds kind of choppy and long, maybe. I've never had a chance to speak with someone in my company, to speak English with someone in my company. I wanted to anything do outside. That is not correct. Maybe, an easy way to say that. I wanted to do something outside. And you even wanted to say anything. So maybe you can use the word just. I just wanted to do something outside. I just wanted to go outside. I was phone addicted. We always say addicted to. I was addicted to my phone. I was addicted to technology. I was addicted to cigarettes. I've never imagined about that. Just sounds, I think grammatically is okay, but much more natural. I've never thought about that. I never thought of that. I never thought about that. And last one, how much the company will grow up after future. Just sounds a little unnatural. Maybe you can say how much the company will grow in the future. Oftentimes we say in the future. In the future, what will this be like? In the future, what will that be like? How will this company do in the future? Any questions?
Oh, how about Kyungho?
Kyungho, he left, so I just
Because
I just had one for him. At the beginning, most interesting thing you experienced in Japan. That's a very Korean thing to say. The most interesting thing you experienced. It's just a word we don't use. We, as English speakers, would say, what is the most interesting thing you did or you saw in Japan? When you say the most interesting thing you experienced in Japan, it's grammatically fine, but it just sounds a little unnatural.
And maybe sometimes we don't really say the most. We just say, oh, did you see anything interesting?
Yeah, what did you do in Japan? What did you see in Japan? What interesting things did you do? What did you do? The word experience is overused by Koreans, I think, sometimes. I don't know, I can't exactly explain why or how, but I've noticed that they use it quite often, whereas we maybe don't use the word that much in common small talk. When we use the word experience, it sounds like a big type of thing. That was a crazy experience. It was a new sensation or something that I felt. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.